Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over all the power stations and the new cooler that I got, the SetPower electric cooler. So I had a subscriber reach out and ask if I could do a review on the EcoFlow River 2. And I thought, well, I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of do a review over the 3 power supplies that I've used and then also kind of go over this new SetPower electric cooler that I got. So I appreciate you reaching out and asking me to do that. So we'll kind of go over the items or the power supplies that I've used so far in my YouTube channel. So this is the first one I got. This is a Marbero portable power supply. I bought it on Amazon. This has got 4 USB-A's, a USB-C. It's also got a plug to hook up a 12-volt cigarette. This is a 120 volt plug here. It's also got a light on it, as you can see. So this was a really good little power supply. I only used it in a couple of the videos, but if you just want something simple and you're just wanting to charge, some laptops or some cell phones, or maybe even charge your camera gear or something like that, this worked out really well. Just charging those small devices like that, this thing lasted a long time. Just make sure when you use this thing, if you push this button, there's a blue light that comes on. I don't know if you can see it. There's a blue light that comes off and on when you push the power, but if you don't turn this thing off, sometimes it will not shut off. It doesn't have like a little sensor to shut it off if you're not using it. So just something to kind of be aware of. But this was a 88.8 watt, I believe is what it was. Yeah, 88.8 watt. It was like, I think I paid $70-$80 on Amazon for it. I'll link all these in the description below. Moving on. So the EcoFlow River 2 is my primary one that I've used, I believe, since around February or so. This has been the primary power supply, and I love this little thing. This thing works awesome. The only thing I wish it had was maybe a few more plugs, but it works really well. So it's got 2 USB-A's, a USB-C, a 12 volt, and then it's got a 120 volt 2 plugs here. And I mean, it works great. It lasts a long time. And like I said, this has been my primary power supply since I've started the YouTube channel. And I use this to charge my camera gear, charge our phones, charge my laptop, run the bed lights in the truck. This also does have the plug in the back, to charge it from the wall. And then it's also got the plug here for your solar. And that's what I usually do. I have the solar panel on the top of my truck cap, and I have it wired directly to that, so it charges whenever we're out driving, or if this is just sitting in the back, it's always charging it. But I will have to say that I did try this in one of the videos. We didn't have much sunlight. We camped for like 3 days and just with minimal sunlight, so the power supply wasn't getting charged by solar, and it lasted the entire time, charging the laptops, phones, and then running the bed lights in the evening time. So it worked out really well. I think I had around 20 or 25% power left. So I'm still going to use this. I'll be using the AC 180, the BLUETTI, to run this refrigerator or the electric cooler. But this will still be the one, the EcoFlow will be the one that I keep in the back of the truck when we're camping or sleeping in the back or whatever, just because it's not going to take up as much room as this BLUETTI AC 180. So I do love this. I have no complaints about this EcoFlow River 2, except I wish it did have a couple more USB plugs or whatnot. But it's still great. It's a really good piece of equipment. And then moving on, this is the AC 180 BLUETTI. If you watched my short video on this, it's got the 4 AC 120 volts. It's got 4 USB-A, 1 USB-C, a 12 volt cigarette plug, and then it's got your plug here for running solar. And then it's also got a wireless charging dock up here on the top. And I really do like this. I haven't had a lot of experience with it yet, so I can't give you really a lot of feedback. But I will say that running this SetPower 45 quart cooler, it's actually worked really well. I've been running this cooler for around 26 hours now. And this was at 99%, and this was about 80 degrees when I got it in yesterday from UPS. And from the time to get this to 30 degrees and 41 degrees is what I have it set to. Let me see here. I got it on the tripod right now. But this is, as you can see, I think you should be able to see that. I've got it set to where the freezer's at 30 and then the refrigerator's at 41. And so you can do that all the way down to 0 and as high as I believe 60 degrees. It's got a little lever here that locks, and you can see that's what it looks like inside. This is a little divider that comes out, and then it's got 2 baskets. So if you want this to be all one, you could take everything out and just make it a freezer or a refrigerator. If you want to make the refrigerator smaller, you can swap it, and you can cool this to a certain temperature and this to a certain temperature. But I'm really pleased with it. It does have a light right here, but you can't really tell just because I have my light on my camera. But so anyways, getting back to that, it's been running 25 to 26 hours now off of this BLUETTI AC180. And right now, the BLUETTI still has 63% power left. So for 26 hours of getting this down to temperature and then keeping it constant, like it does have a max and an eco. I've got it on max just to kind of test it out. But when this thing kicks on just to cool it a little bit, it ends up using about 40 watts to get it to temperature. And then this thing's been really good at maintaining the temperature that it's set on. I will say when it was higher, like in the mid to high 70s, low 80s when it came from UPS, when I plugged it in, I think it said like 78, 80 degrees on both temperature gauges. But when I plugged it in, it did amp up to around 65 to 70 watts whenever it did that first official cool down. But I will say it only took about 15 minutes to drop it from the high 70s, low 80s down to the 30 and the 41. So I was just really pleased with that. I was excited because this is what I'm going to primarily use to run this cooler. And so I'll probably keep it in the back of the truck when we're driving places to keep power to this. And then when we get to our campsites, I'll take this and put it in the cab of the truck, and I'll let it power this, and I'll keep the EcoFlow River 2 in the back. So I'm pretty excited about it. I was thinking that this thing would eat up a lot of power and that I'd have to figure out a way to power this. I do have everything set up to where my solar will charge this too. But I'm really excited to test these out. We do have a trip coming up the end of June. We're going to New Mexico. We're going to take our travel trailer up to the mountains up there and stay at a park out there. And then Clayton and I are going to go up the mountain. I think it's like 10 or 11,000 feet in elevation, and do some truck bed camping for a night or two. And but we'll go as a family. Stephanie, Clayton, and Colton and I will go, and we'll stay in the travel trailer. But Clayton and I are going to go on top of the mountain and do some camping. Hopefully we'll see some stuff up there, and the weather will be pretty. So anyways, if you guys have any questions about any of the power supplies or the cooler, I'll link everything in the description below. And feel free to reach out. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you want to email me, my email's familymancampingadventures@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe, and appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, go out and make some memories. We'll see you. Bye.